this huge misunderstanding about what addiction is, which is understandable because it's confusing, right? And I think it's been really stigmatized by society to the point that people don't even know what it is. I'm talking about doctors, medical professionals, nurses, counselors. A lot of them don't really understand what addiction is. Most addicts don't even understand what addiction is. So I think it's really important. And so in an effort to better explain what addiction was, a term was created called addiction interaction disorder to describe that it isn't the substance or the behavior, it's what underlies those substances and behaviors that is addiction. Okay? So to describe the fact that when I stopped eating food, I started to drink alcohol. When I stopped drinking alcohol, I started to use cocaine. When I stopped using cocaine, I turned to pornography. When I stopped using porn, I turned to this, or that. Those are outlets, right? Those are behaviors or substances that we put in our body that change the way we think or feel. Because there is a need in addiction for us to feel differently. That's what addiction is. So my question is, do we need the term addiction interaction disorder? Because what it is it's just addiction. That's what addiction is. People aren't just addicted to a substance. And they often think that they are, but then they find out that they replace that substance with another substance or behavior, right? And that's the nature of the disease of addiction. And a lot of people don't like that we call it a disease, but a disease is just dis-ease. It causes dis-ease in our life, right? It causes distress, discomfort, disruptions, diabolical dereliction. It causes us to do disastrous things that we don't intend to do. That's addiction. So I want to call it like it is. I want to tell you what addiction is. Addiction for me is the need for me to change the way I think or feel through anything in my power which I know will change the way that I think or feel. That's what addiction is. And for me, there's a bunch of outlets. And I could list, and it's a long list, right? And when I put one down, another one pops up. And I couldn't notice it until one of them goes down. It's just how it is, right? So we have to constantly be aware of what's happening in our lives and be honest and have self-honesty, right? Because that's the nature of addiction. So do we need the term addiction interaction disorder? I choose to just call it addiction because that's what it is.